help international students share their cultures and reconnect with their cultures. And in an open space where you can have lunch, free to talk in any language that you want, free to talk with anyone that you want, about any topic that you want. So I'm hosting this week because I presented last week, and the system will continue in this week for the rest of the semester. So today's edition of Let's Go Global is the Netherlands, and we're going to have our native Dutch tell us about his culture and his tradition and his Dutch self. So put your hands together and welcome Tung. Tung.
So that's me. I took that one yesterday. Totally authentic. So, who has been to the Netherlands before? Who has been to Amsterdam? Oh, wow. Someone actually put down their hand. Because most people say, oh, I've been to the Netherlands. Where have you been? Amsterdam. And that's it. So, has anyone heard of Netherlands before? Or is it just a completely new country, never heard before? I don't blame you. What do you think about when you think about the Netherlands? What's the first thing that comes to mind? Yes, weed, that's first. What do you think about more? Tulips. Yeah, of course, tulips. What more? Clogs, yes. Wooden shoes, yeah. Windmills. Tall people. I'm not one of them, sadly. You drink their milk, so yeah. Soccer, yeah. I'm not a fan of soccer. Sorry. Yeah, when most people think about Netherlands, it's weed, yes, legalized, kinda. We call gedoogd, which actually means it's not technically legal, but if you carry it only for personal use, then just, keep it to yourself. As long as you don't share the children. That's not a good idea. And we have the red light district. Well, Shinjuku has a red light district, but to be fair, I could walk around there with my children and it's all fine. Walk around there with your children, it's kind of iffy. It's kind of exposed. And wooden shoes, and I'm kind of ashamed of it, but most people think about Netherlands beers, Heineken. And yeah, it's good. I don't blame you, it just tastes like water, but still. There are a lot more. So, let's zoom into the Netherlands. Netherlands. There. That's Netherlands with our neighbors. Germany, Belgium, our neighbors. And yeah, my home university is in Delft, which is around here. Too small to actually show. Oh. Anyway, now it's okay. Fun facts. Lowest point, Zuidplaspolder. Yeah, you don't have to try to pronounce it yet. Zuidplaspolder, which is 7 meters below sea level. And it's very close to Delft, so I live at the lowest point of the Netherlands. So if there's global warming suddenly happening, I will drown. Highest point is in Vaalseberg, which is 323 meters high. If you go back, it's around in the corner in the south, so that doesn't even count. It's almost Germany and Belgium. On average, someone said, the tallest people in the world, sadly I'm not one of them. I'm actually below average, because the average male in the Netherlands is 180, or 6 feet. And the average female is 174, or 5'6". So, yeah, I'm even below female. And this is also a surprising fact. There are more bicycles than amount of people living in the Netherlands. We have 17 million people living in the Netherlands, which is, we have the highest density population of all Europe, and we still have more bicycles. So we have more than 17 million bicycles in the Netherlands. Yeah. So we actually take it to the next level. Here is a piece of Delft. This road right here is a bicycle high road, which has long stretches of bicycle road without signals, turns, crossroads, and just, yeah. Sports bikes actually love that. They can go straight, go straight, go straight. And below here you have the crossroad. You can see it, you go actually over the crossroad. You can go down if you have business over there. But if you just, want to skip it, just skip over it.
Do you have like bicycle drag racing?
Bicycle drag racing. Well, I don't partake in it. Maybe they have. Maybe they do a little bit of this. I don't know. Maybe the shady underground. I don't know. And this is near the station of Delft. You see here, these are all spots where you can place your bikes. And this is only a part of it because here is even more. And you can see they're under construction here. Jean is also from Delft. He knows that now this is also under construction, but when it's finished, we have spots for even more bicycles. So yeah. And here is in North Brabant. They take it even further. You have a roundabout, suspended roundabout, above the crossroad.
Just for bicycles?
It's for bicycles. It's one of the first in the world, actually. So, yeah. So, why do we love bicycling that much? Because it's flat. It's as flat as a pancake. And I mean flat like real flat. Like super flat. Though it comes with its disadvantages, of course, because no mountains means lots of wind. So, yeah, you can't have it all, I guess. So this is a more structured map of the Netherlands. We have 12 provinces. I can name them all. Friesland, Groningen, Drenthe, Overijssel, Gelderland, Limburg, Noord-Brabant, Zeeland, Zuid-Holland, Noord-Holland, Utrecht, Flevoland. And then you ask yourself, why is it called Noord-Brabant? It's not really North. Well, Belgium has its own Brabant, and we kind of borrowed it of history. So now we have our own North Brabant, even though it's in the south. Yeah, I know. And you see Flevoland here. This is actually a province which is around 30 years old. The province itself, the landmass, is less than 100 years old. Because around 100 years ago, this was just a lake, and we regularly had floods because it's directly connected to the North Sea. And Netherlands around 1916 thought, you know what? Screw this. I have enough. We can claim this our own. So they built this little road. This road there. It's a dike, or a dam, if you will. Afsluitdijk, or literally translated, closure dike, really appropriate. So then they closed it off from the North Sea. This is technically then a lake. And they pumped out the northern part here with wheels. And they pumped it out, and they pumped the lower part out of it, and 30 years ago it joined as an official province. So, yeah, technically we expanded the landmass in the Netherlands by 5%, because, why not? So, I'm going to take you to Delft, which is the city of my home university. This here is during autumn, of course. And this is what we call a gracht. Yeah, try pronouncing that, it's impossible. Gracht, which is actually just a canal within the city. It looks a little bit like Amsterdam, like the houses here, so a lot of foreigners call it like the mini Amsterdam. On the left here you have the little church, which is actually perfect. I'll show you. And here's another gracht. And there you can see that it has a lot of similarities with Amsterdam. Very narrow houses, different styles, and it's a cute little city. And I have to admit, if we did not have our university, Delft probably was just one of those small villages nobody heard of. It's cozy. It is cozy. Here you see, of course, a windmill. Of course. You see the church here. This is a church which is leaning a little bit, around 2 meters leaning, because the foundation sucks. I don't study architecture, sorry. And we nicknamed it the Oude Jan, or the Old Jan. Why? I have no idea. But there is a cafe there, also called the Oude Jan. You do not start there, you always end up there. You always end up there. When someone says, yeah, I've been drinking, and yeah, where'd you go? Yeah, I don't know, but I ended up in Oudjan. You know he had a great time. Yeah. The red building at the back is my faculty of mathematics, electroengineering, and computer science, mouthful, but we just call it maybe. And yeah, just kind of a small overview of the blog. Oh, yeah. This is my student conference. Came to mind that was actually recently updated because this right here is my actual room with my curtains. It's actually pretty scary. He had full sight on my room. We live with 18 people on the floor together. Student complex. We share a living room, we share a kitchen, and we share a bar. So we have our own bar. With on top we have empty beer bottles collected from all over the world, mostly from Belgium because we love their beers. It's awesome. So if there anyone from Belgium here, family back. And yeah, a bar is nothing, of course, without people. So with people, it gets a little more cozy and a little more cozy. Yeah, we like dressing up for parties. It's what we do. Yeah, food and beverages. To be fair, cuisine of the Dutch is really boring. It's straight to the point. You get it, almost no spices. You have to add spices on your own. Most people add salt and pepper while cooking. We don't. It's like, you want it, just add it afterwards. We have great winter food though, because it's quite cold in the Netherlands, especially compared to Japan or other tropical countries. And we have this thing called licorice. Anyone ever heard of licorice before?
Yes, I have tried them many times.
How are you still alive? I mean, I love them. They're great. We have salties, we have honey flavored, we have sweet and mint. I love them. They're great, especially when you have a cold, you have a sore throat. They're lovely. And I always feed them to my foreign friends because they all hate them. Every single one of them. And talking about food that I feed to my foreign friends, this is licorice, by the way. It looks super yummy, I know. Tung. I always feed this to my foreign friends. Why? Because, okay, it's yummy, but because it's super, super hard to eat. It's impossible to eat without looking like a fool. You just cannot eat this in a normal way. Look at that guy. That was me the first time I ate it. That's all my foreign friends ate it for the first time. He can't eat it. That poor guy tries to eat it with a fork. No. And you always end up like that. So yeah, maybe after years of practice and eating them and failing them and changing shirts, and after 5, 6, 7 years, you finally skillfully master the art of eating kombucha. They add whipped cream to make it even harder. So yeah, this is just us Dutch people making a fool out of you. So sorry about that. It's great though. You have to try it. About other food, we also love one kind of raw fish, herring. We call Hollands nieuwe or Dutch new ones. They're freshly caught and gutted, take out the bones, and they're actually eaten like that. You can pick them up by the tail, we eat them with that with fresh onions. Super delicious. So yeah, we are kind of used to fresh fish. I think we eat the most herring in the world. I don't know the exact number, but it's a lot. And our lunch is super boring. I love the bento. It's awesome. Because lunches in the Netherlands, maybe I'm overreacting a little bit, but most lunches is just bread with cheese or something. Really boring. Though I like cheese. But during the winter, that's the favorite period, we have stampot, which is actually just mashed potatoes with lots of random stuff. This is with kale, boerenkool, with sausage, and this with vegetables. And it's good during winter, it's very filling and very satisfying because it makes you all yummy inside. And we have this thing also during the winter, we are crazy enough to run into the cold waters in New Year's Day for a fresh start. Why am I showing you this? Because we get a bowl of pea soup afterwards, snacks. We love that. And that's the thing we eat after running into cold water. That's our reward. Yeah, the crazy one. And beers, yes, beers, because like I said, most people who think about the Netherlands only think about Heineken. I don't blame you. They have it everywhere. You can only buy Heineken, that's only Dutch beer. But you have a lot of more special craft beers, like Grap is my personal favorite. Zundert, it's a little sweetest and soft. You have the IPAs and the doubles, and you have a lot more. And yeah, I can explain to you all, and you're probably going to fall asleep then, but I'd like to conclude my presentation by saying you have to visit the Netherlands and try it out for yourself. Bedankt voor het luisteren. Thanks for listening.
So does anyone have any questions or comments about the Dutch? The beers, the windmills, the bicycles. Yes.
Thank you for your wonderful presentation. I was fascinated with your picture, especially Tung's case or Belgium. So next year, if I can, I want to go to Netherlands. I major in architecture. So if you have any other architecture, your recommendation, I want to know.
Yeah, Amsterdam is one of them, of course, because like you saw, I see different styles every time. What I don't recommend is actually Rotterdam, because it's very like metropolis, it's really big, and you see that everywhere. Maybe go to small like The Hague. Utrecht is in the center of the show. Yeah. Utrecht here in the center. Oh, by the way, going from one side to the other side, you get there in 3 hours. So in 3 hours, you're at the other side of the Netherlands. Maybe even smaller countries like Switzerland, they're smaller, but it takes a long time. But why? Because they have a huge ass mountain in the middle. We don't. We just flat, really easy. So from that side to the other side in 3 hours. So I don't know how long you plan to go to the Netherlands, but it's easy to visit most of the checkpoints. If you do miss the mountains, you'll go that way.
3 hours by train?
3 hours by train, maybe even less go by car. Yeah. 2.5 hours, yeah, 2.5. Yeah, this is where I was born, in Heerenveen. And this is Delft, where the home university is. By train, 2.5 hours. If, most of the time, the train doesn't cooperate. I mean, the train system here is awesome. You only have delays of 1 minute tops. There you have delays of 10, 15 minutes. But it's easy to travel. But I can also recommend visiting one of the islands here. It's not tropical at all, so it will bring weather. But it's a nice hike.
I have one question. How many days should I go to travel all the places there?
Go travel through all Netherlands. I don't know what you want to see, actually. What do you want to see?
Like some kind of like list recommendation, like
Yeah, like Amsterdam, most people heard of Amsterdam. Yeah, Amsterdam, The Hague, Utrecht. Maybe to see everything, you do need maybe a month longer to see everything. Yeah, of course, because every country actually needs more than just a week to experience everything. But if you're on vacation, a week or two, yeah, you can definitely see most
I wonder which season is the best for travel?
The travel season, if you're used to very good weather, probably not going to summer. That's going to be a letdown. Yeah, we have do have weeks of good weather, but to be fair, during spring and summer, if you do like, then you can explore most of stuff. But winter is also great because you can experience, the winter in Netherlands and the food, because we borrow a lot of cuisine from other countries, French, Italian, German. We don't actually have our own cuisine, only during the winter.
Are there many convenience stores like Japan?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We barely have shops that are open 24/7. Only the Nachtwinkel, or the night shop, we have, which sells beers and stuff at overpriced prices. They sell it for double, maybe triple the price.
If you're living in the street and in the middle of the night, you say you're hungry, what are you going to do?
Then I hope you brought a rod with you. Go catch it. Yeah, or just go eat kebab. Or other.
Kebab is 24 hours?
No, it's not 24 hours. But most are open till 4 a.m. Yeah.
But McDonald's?
McDonald's, nope. No. They do not, they close very early actually. Yeah. Sorry about that. We're not very convenient in that.
Just a couple more questions so that we can have some talking fun and then listen with it.
How much do you usually spend at those Atlantic Street?
How
How much do you usually spend at those Atlantic Street?
What's the average budget?
What's the average?
Average. Ah, right.
Right.
From what I've heard, it's 50 euros for the talk and the small business. Small business, and 100, 150 for kind of all the way. From what I've heard, credible sources.
Next question.
What's that?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, right, tompoes. How do you eat it? How do I eat it? Well, actually, most of the time I still fail at it. So this thing is impossible to eat. It's like straight from hell, actually. From sweet hell, that is. But how I now eat it is take off the top and just eat the filling. So I kind of cheat. I'm sorry. And also, do not try to eat it with chopsticks if possible. Just eat it with your hands. Do not use the fork like that guy. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So, final question to wrap up, and I guess I'll ask it. So in Japan, they call the Netherlands
Yeah, well,
and I hear other people confuse the Holland with the Netherlands. What's the difference?
yeah, I can imagine. Let's begin. Yeah. I can imagine it's confusing. Even our own travel site is www.holland.com. Because it's just easy to search than the Netherlands. It's a mouthful. But it's confusing because we have the north and south Holland provinces. Just the same as the states have North and South Dakota, but you don't call states Dakota. It's kind of weird.
So the Holland is just the province.
But I think it's because right. I think it's because
We don't need to care. It's just testing.
okay, I think
Let's take a 15-second
Tokyo Institute of Technology. We are now testing public address system for master drills. We are now testing public address system for master drills.
but I think it's because during the golden age, during the 1600s, 1700s, they were we were a very seafaring country, so we discovered and colonized a lot of countries. And during that time, was actually the Republic of Holland. It was called Holland then. But then they, when they introduced the people there, they were, hello, we've come from Holland. And then during that time, we changed their name to the Kingdom of the Netherlands. That's when the Dutch revolt against Spain. Could be wrong by Spain. So then it was Holland changed to the Netherlands.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. Put your hands together again for the one. Now you're free to ask him questions more personally. Just call him over to your corner or talk to anyone that's next to you in any language that you feel comfortable. All right. Enjoy.
Scandinavian, what's the difference? Scandinavian. I think that Scandinavian. Yeah.